Being smart, being wise is something that's so important, not only in fight sports, but in anything you do in life. If you just kind of go in willy-nilly and you're like, oh, I'm not going to think about it or prepare, you are not going to be, I'm not going to say you're not going to be successful, you're not going to be as successful as you would have been. And fight sports, man, fight sports, why would you not want to be successful? Is there anything in the world that you're going to fail at so terribly? Like, it's going to get you punched in the face. It's going to get you humiliated in front of loads of people. So I want to take you guys through, let's say we're going to do 4 things today. 4 things that I deem as just being so stupid in the fight sports world that many people are not doing. And if you decide to be smart about this, you decide to be wise, then all of a sudden you're going to put yourself at so much less risk. So number 1, running. You're doing your cross training, good for you, but you're out running and you're doing your 10 kilometers at this kind of pace. And I'm going, why? Why are you doing that? Like, how does that make sense? The fight sport game, unless you're a boxer who's doing 12 rounds, you're doing 36 minutes if it's a full fight, but unless you're doing that, this is not a slow long-term pacing. This is a sprinting game. It's a sprinting thing. You sprint, you jog. You sprint with the punches, and then you're moving around, slow and calculated. You've got to think of that pace. So if you're going out doing 10Ks, I would advise just stop. It's hard on your body, it's not sport specific, and there's no point in doing it, right? Be wise. The next thing that I want to talk to you about is recovery, because this is massive. And I think many people are not focusing on the fact that proper recovery means better training the next day. Not only are you less injured, but better training. So something like this right here, right? I got my cold plunge. After a session, I just come, open it up, turn it on, dive in there, and my body is just going to be so much happier because I let the inflammation reduce, because I gave my body that ability to help itself heal. If you're not doing the recovery, you're not doing some cold showers or some cold plunges, you're not doing some red light therapy, you're not doing some stretching, you're not doing these types of things which are going to help you so much, you're foolish, in my opinion. Absolutely foolish to be naive and not focus on the recovery element when it matters so much to how you can actually perform. The next thing that I want to talk about is actually at home, right? Well, this is my gym, but this is also my home, right? It's not the only gym I go to by any means, but it's one of them. Now, if I come home and I don't do any training here, I don't practice my technique, I don't go, what did I learn earlier today? And how am I going to go about improving, not only by practicing at the gym, but by also practicing at home? If you're not taking time at home to go, oh yeah, we learned this jab and this slip and then this roll, and do it a few times, your skill set is not going to improve the way it would if you took these moments. I did this all the time, constantly when I was, well, I still do it, right? I still do it. But back in the day where I was actually learning and improving my skill set at a rapid pace, I was doing this all the time. And it made such a difference. You know, I would practice something at the gym, I wouldn't quite get it. I would go home, I would be like, okay, I'm gonna practice this and this, or practice this drill or this slip or this catch. And then by the time I got back next time to the gym, man, I was so much more on point. It's like I almost got it. But if I would have waited till the next time I returned to the gym, no, I wouldn't have improved it enough. Now, the next and final thing that I want to talk to you about, where you're being foolish, not being smart, being stupid, is not realizing our body basically needs a fuel source. And if you're putting mediocre food into your body, you're not going to perform. In the same way that if I buy a Ferrari and I go put mediocre gas in it and I don't do oil changes and I don't do all this kind of stuff, it's not going to perform very well. Well, you know, I got my greenhouse. It's the end of the season, so I don't know if you can see there, but you know, I got my grapes. In the back there, I got my tomatoes right there. Over here, I've got my fruit garden starting. This year it was like raspberries and blueberries, and then hopefully next year I'll get my pears and peaches and stuff. But if you're not going, okay, my body needs good fuel, and I'm going to give it good food. You don't have to go out and be like, oh yeah, that means I have to spend like $100 a day on food. No, it's not that expensive to go and be like, yeah, I'm just going to eat some healthy, real food that is going to really nourish my body, allow my body to have optimal energy. If you're not doing that, you just don't care enough about becoming the best you can possibly be. And like I said at the beginning of this episode, it's so important, because if you are thinking of fighting and you're going into the ring against somebody who's trying to knock you out, and you went, oh, I could have done better cross training. I could have run properly and had better cardio as a result. I could have nourished my body properly and fueled it. I could have done better recovery. I could have practiced at home and got better for when I go back to the gym. If you're not doing these things and you're stepping in the ring and you get hurt, you didn't take all the precautions, all the steps needed to maximize your probability of winning and keep yourself safe. Those right there are 4 things which I think absolutely has to be done. They have to be done. And to be naive and ignore those when they're so simple, oh. And I know you guys are on my channel to learn, and I know so many of you are listening to the advice I give you. So hopefully this is stuff that you take to heart and you start implementing it. Guys, we have a little sale happening on the Strike Ready courses, offense plus takedown, for just $99. You can check out that link, grab that little bundle before it's gone. And as always, I appreciate you guys being here. I'll see you back soon for another episode.